Hello. This is Quantum Scent. Today, we will learn about the question, is first love really unforgettable? Many people admit that they cannot forget their first love and keep it in their hearts for a long time, which shows how important an experience first love is in a person's life. However, the reason why first love is unforgettable is not simply because the emotion is special, but because psychological, physiological, and experiential factors work together. First, the reason why first love remains as an intense emotion is because it is our first experience. The human brain tends to remember events or emotions that we experience for the first time more strongly. This is also connected to the survival instinct, and through experiences in new situations, we learn, and by remembering them, we can respond appropriately when faced with similar situations again. The same goes for love. Through first love, we learn what love is and how to behave in relationships with others, and as a result, first love is imprinted more deeply. Second, first love is a special experience that combines emotional purity and immaturity. Since first love usually occurs when we lack experience, the emotion is pure and intense. At that time, we do not know much about love and focus on the emotion of love itself. The joy, excitement, and thrill we feel when we are in love come to us intensely, and such emotions are deeply engraved in our memories despite the passage of time. Also, in our first love, we often make mistakes and express our love in an awkward manner, but this immaturity makes the memories of that time even more special and memorable. Third, first love tends to be idealized as time passes. The difficulties or conflicts we experienced at that time often fade away, and only the good memories of our first love remain. We often recall the past more romantically than the present, and our first love is also idealized according to this tendency. This makes our first love feel like it was a perfect love, and as a result, it remains an emotion that is even more difficult to forget. Also, one of the reasons why we cannot forget our first love is that it has a significant impact on our self-formation. First love is not just an emotional experience, it has a great impact on our personality and self-identity. Through our first love, we learn who we are and how we act when we love. In this process, we reflect on ourselves and grow in our relationships with others. In this process of growth, our first love remains an important experience for us, and as a result, it is often remembered for a long time. However, not being able to forget our first love is not necessarily a negative thing. Our first love becomes an important stepping stone for us to love more maturely. The emotions we felt, the joys and pains we experienced in our first love have a great influence on our subsequent love, and we can form better relationships based on that. Therefore, even if we cannot completely forget our first love, it can remain an important part of our lives and play a positive role. In conclusion, the reason we cannot forget our first love is not simply because it was special. Our first love remains as an intense emotion as our first experience, and it is idealized over time, and it plays an important role in the formation of ourself, so it remains in our memories for a long time. Have a fragrant day with Quantum Scent today.